All right, how's everybody doing? All right, good. This is my first shot video recording my day. Miss Daryl said it'd be interesting to watch what I do all day, so I walk these dogs. Let's see here. Yeah, I walk these dogs twice a day, morning and afternoon, and Lord knows they deserve every bit of it. I hope there's a easy way to edit this feature, because I'm afraid everything's crazy. All right, this is our house in Savannah. Back of it, I have added on to the garage over here and this patio. Cleaned it up. I got to power wash that. New roof. You can tell the shingles are all 4 different colors. Mr. calls that what do you call it? Camo, and you're not supposed to see the house because it's camouflage. But what it was spare shingles I've been saving off of the jobs I get year after year. I'm not, doing maintenance on my other rental houses. All right, we're in the alley because in Savannah all the houses are back to back, and they have a dirt alley. You can tell the power poles, sewer line run right down the middle. That way, when the garbage truck comes and all the other maintenance trucks, it's in the middle. The tires don't roll over the sewer lines right in the middle. So all the power, cable, sewer line, water line, everything's in between the houses, so there's nothing in front of the houses stopping from the beauty. And I can tell you, it's beauty. I'm in my electric wheelchair. I had I got 3 of these things. These people that rent houses from me, they end up not having all the rent and start trading. You wouldn't believe stuff. Well, I guess you could believe some of the stuff they offer me in trade for the rent. So I got this one of these electric wheelchairs. This was a hug around scooter or something, and I took some angle iron and square tubing and made it a big one. I've towed bushes out of the ground with this thing. I've got extra battery on it. I've got up to 22 miles on this thing, and I didn't even go dead that time. It was 11 miles. I wanted to go 10 miles, so I went 10 miles out, and where I turned around was another half mile, and so I got 11 miles back to the house. It was almost dead, but I haven't run it out yet. I've had it a couple of years. It's about wore out, but you can tell now we're on the houses. Now, can you see this magnificent? Look how magnificent. I don't know if you can tell. Magnificent trees we have here in Savannah. This place just eat up with these great big, humongous, mighty oaks. And very prominent with this old man's beard hangs out of the trees. I heard a lot of stories how this gets started. A bird comes and eats the old man's beard, because apparently old man's beard is nothing. It's a mold, not a mold, a moss, and it's almost 80% penicillin, like mold growing on your bread. So it's a living moss that when it gets old, it hangs down to older bits. Older bit is around the tree, and what's hanging down is the new growth. So it'll grow long and long and long. And the old growth is penicillin. So if a bird is sick or you cut a wound on your leg, the Civil War, they used to bandage it with the old moss on your leg if you got a bullet wound that didn't break your bone. They'd leave the bullet in your leg, and moss would put a big heap and help moss there and tie it on with old shirt rag. But anyway, you can tell. Can you see the beautiful oaks? It's wintertime because there's no leaves on their trees, but can you see how beautiful? And almost all the streets are lined like this. And they wanted that because they put the trees on the front to look at. It's so beautiful, and there's no power lines. Like I said, all the power lines are behind the house, but you can tell. Hey, oh, I've gone to get lunch now. So everybody asked me about puppies. You wouldn't believe I walked the dogs out here. Got 4 of them on a leash. This guy go by. And people come out of their houses and want to pet my dogs. You believe that? hey, stop, stop. And they'll bring their youngins out and pet my dogs. And one of them, Mr. Bannister, I think, is on the corner. He's got a nice setup on his house, water fountain and all. He said he was going to make a saddle to put on the dog. Frank, my hunter dog, what do you call it? Coon dog. They call him something. And in California, or North Carolina, they call him some kind of hunting dog. Used to run deer down. But anyways, they're going to put a saddle on him. I ain't believe that shit. Yeah, everybody comes out and pets the dogs. I have to stop. It takes me forever. But anyway, you'll notice that people park in the street because nobody wants a, everybody has a driveway, uses it, and it takes away from the beauty of the house. They'd rather park on the street and have the beauty of the house. I don't get it. But I quit giving up knowing what the hell's going on when they started selling pine straw by the bale. And what was the other thing I saw? Pine straw, pine trees. They got pine trees at the sale at the Home Depot. You believe that? In Georgia, you shouldn't be able to buy a damn pine tree. But anyway, you see these azalea bushes, they're blooming, and you see where they're falling down because if we have a little cold, they'll die more, come up. And millions of blooms. Apparently this happens all the time in Savannah. They're used to it. The cold air will come off the ocean and the river and make it cold, and the azaleas will lose their blooms, and then they'll just bloom again. Apparently they just bloom. Anyway, magnolia tree. I don't like magnolia trees. They're too weak. Beautiful oak. This one we got leaves.